Facebook Home is finally here and it's also preloaded on the HTC first. So let's jump in, take a good look at the hardware, the software, and see if Facebook Home in HTC first is something worth getting. So let's jump in and give a better look or get a better look at the HTC first and Facebook Home. So as you know, Facebook Home is technically an app launcher, and you can download it on your Galaxy S3, Galaxy Note, HTC One, as well as the Galaxy S4 devices. But the HTC first is the first device to have it preloaded into the device. Now we know it's got a 5 megapixel rear camera, dual core processor in here, with a gig of RAM, which allows it for some very smooth operations, and haven't noticed that much slowdown. Actually, it's handled very, very well. Now, once you turn on your device, so if I turn it off and turn it back on, there is no lock screen. You actually jump into your cover feed. Your cover feed is like your regular feed on Facebook, but it's got this whole mosaic feel where you can see it pans through photos and kind of gives you a stretched out look. But you also have notifications, which can show up this way. As you see, you have notifications from my email, my Facebook updates through the Play Store and Instagram. And I have my chat heads like pop out right here. So notifications I can tap, and it says tap again to go into. I can tap, same thing with that, and I can also just drop them down here if I want to, and the notifications are gone. And that's pretty much it with the notifications. Now the thing about the cover feed is that you can scroll through your cover feed and you can see what friends are posting in the cover feed. So let's see here. See Victoria, a photo of her kids. I can look at this photo. I can actually tap and hold. It gives me the full photo. I can look at that there that way. I can also see who's commenting and like, so I can actually go in there and place a comment and just say nice and hit send. I can have that comment in there. To close it out, I can just drop it down and it closes. I can also like the photo by either tapping like there or double tap on the screen, and I like the photo. And that's pretty much it with the cover feed. Now the one thing about the cover feed that it doesn't do yet, or at least don't like, is that I can't necessarily go in the cover feed to look at everything on the person's feed. So if I want to go to friend's feed here, I have to actually tap on his name and it gets me into the Facebook app again itself. So it doesn't actually take me in a cover feed flow of the person's app. I still have to go into the traditional Facebook app, which is different, but we'll see how that evolves as it goes. Facebook does promise that updates will happen monthly for Facebook Home. Another thing with Facebook Home is that you cannot post your status directly from your cover feed. There is no way to post a status from the cover feed. You have to hit the home button, or you have to either tap on the screen and then of course go into your app tray here and then go to the Facebook app to now drop your status, which is very cumbersome and doesn't make any sense to do it that way. So hopefully they find a way to integrate update status through the cover feed. The other cool feature of Facebook Home is chat heads. Now chat heads is the new messaging tie-in that allows you to basically have your messages always stay on screen. So for instance, I have a chat head there. I actually have 3 chat heads here, and I can decide to jump in, go into the app, go to the browser, and say I wanted to go to Board at Work. Search for Board at Work on Google. Go to Board at Work, and I receive a message. Now, in this case, I haven't received a message, but say I do. I can open up my chat heads, and I can go hi on video review. And send, and I can cycle through the different chat heads from different friends and so on and so forth there, and I can close it out. So I can still do stuff while having my chat heads go on. So that's something that is nice and is quite appreciative. The other aspect, of course, is the app launcher, which we're right now. And you have this tray here of applications, and these are your applications you use the most. If you scroll to the right, you have a list of all your applications here, and you can of course move and add applications. So I want to add Google Talk over in there, and I can do that. The thing is that you cannot load any of these applications to your cover feed. There's nothing can be loaded on the cover feed, and so that's something that it's completely different here. So with use of Facebook Home, it's especially on the HTC first, it's a very interesting feel. I like it in the sense where I open up my phone and I can see things that I'm doing. Now, if you're not a big Facebook fan, then it's really not for you. I actually had a funny one yesterday where a friend of mine posted Facebook Home will not be successful, and I saw the photo. I saw her post, and it came like this big photo print. So I basically just took a screenshot and I posted it, and I said, I was looking at your post from a Facebook Home. But anyway, to take screenshots, usually on Android now you hit the home and your power button. But to do that on the HTC first, you do have to hit your power button and the volume down button. So I do this, and it takes a screenshot for me. So that's how you can take screenshots with the HTC first. Now, if you're one of those and you say, oh, you know what, Facebook Home is just too much for me, especially on the HTC first, I want to revert away. Facebook Home is still it's still a launcher, so you can actually turn it off if you want to. So I can hit this, and I can go in the menu button, and I can just go to either I can log out if I want to completely, or I can go to home settings. And home settings, I can turn off Facebook Home. I can see home when screen turns on. I have a couple of options. I have some Facebook options. I have data use quality options. So for your cover feed, so I have it on high. So you keep it on medium and low, so that you don't actually crunch a lot of data while using this. So let me turn off Facebook Home here on the HTC first. I can turn it off. And then I'm going to hit the home button, and of course it shows up as a launcher. So I'll go to the regular Android launcher. I'll just say just once for now, and boom, here I am with Jelly Bean. So I have full Android, Android 4.1 Jelly Bean here, with notifications. Even the screenshots are still there. So everything that you typically used to with Android, you've got stock Android here, so which is pretty nice. But I can of course head back and just go straight to Facebook Home again, and I'm back to my cover feed. So let's go ahead and wrap up this review.
There's some improvements needed with Facebook Home. For instance, when you hold down your icon, in which there's a menu to go to voice calls, you could also quickly go to camera, as well as a task manager, which they could add right there for you. The camera is decent, not great. Pictures are okay. You can check more pictures at Booredatwork.com. Although the device is well styled and feels very comfortable at 4.3 inches. Now, Facebook has put an emphasis on the human element here, and the fact that you want to see your friends and not applications. And I kind of buy that. I think it's something where you can definitely get connected closer to the people you know. You can definitely get a better experience. Now, hopefully it gets deeper and richer, so that you don't have to go into the Facebook applications, as you can see here, as I'm trying to go back into the application process. But overall, this is a nice first step for Facebook, and I think as they will update constantly on a monthly basis, we will definitely see a better feel. And chat heads is a great feature that I really love, and I think, granted, it's going to come out on every Facebook Messenger app, which is pretty cool. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. If you have any questions or any comments, let us know. And again, thank you, and always enjoy entertainment.